Let's have an honest conversation.
Let's have a conversation.
Let's have a conversation.
I was sitting there last night.
Are you sure you don't want to save it for social media? Because I hear that's where the best conversation.
No, because I don't think there's there's a right or wrong answer here.
I would agree with you.
I think it's what you value, right?
Yeah.
If you're constructing a team and you want to create a most valuable player for that team,
yeah,
what does that entail? So last night I'm sitting there and I'm watching Seattle clinch and Judge is going oppo repeatedly. And the drama, Cleveland, Detroit. I mean, if you're not all in on baseball right now, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But the back and forth, and I'm sitting there going, Judge's numbers are so gargantuan, but why can't I get off this guy for MVP? And then to watch him last night hit 59 and 60, and not just hit 59 and 60, the way he did it. 59 went in the top deck at T-Mobile. I don't know how many balls have been hit up there, but I've been in that yard. I guarantee you it's less than 10 that have gone into that third deck. And then while they were chanting MVP at the top of their lungs, he goes deep again for a 60th.
Yeah.
So I want to have a truly honest conversation about who should be the MVP.
Okay.
And I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. But I want what I value.
All right.
Okay? So I want to get into it. Because both of them are fantastic. Obviously, Judge, and we're going to get into when the verdict comes out on who I think is going to get it. And it's subject to change. Don't get me wrong. There's 4 days left. Someone does something stupid, I'm going to change my vote. But I want to take a look right now. These are the things I value offensively, okay? Do you post? 155 games for Cal Raleigh, $120 behind the dish, okay? I know Judge has been nicked up. There's DH days in there as well, 148 games. The batting average, you can't deny. He's going to win potentially the batting title in the American League, and Cal Raleigh's hitting 248. I'm going to make a point about batting average in a second. The home runs 60 to 51, RBIs 125 to 109, extra base hits, they're basically the same. Weighted runs created plus, it's 164 to 202. The plus sign's park adjusted, and then Fangraphs WAR. So, Nays, stay with me. His numbers on weighted runs created plus are 40 points higher. But if you go down to Fangraphs WAR and you're able to bake in kind of the defense, and game calling is not baked into Fangraphs WAR.
Yep.
So Cal Raleigh is not getting a huge bump for what he does behind the plate. This number does not indicate how much of a factor he has on the defensive side. And he's still a 9-win player with Aaron Judge. Another point I want to make about Cal Raleigh. When analytics became this massive thing, this big wave into our game, the guys that played in my generation chased batting average. This generation has been told batting average is not as important as it once was. So now you want me to believe that batting average, the 328 over the 248, has got to be a huge deal. Well, I look at it from how do you add value to a roster? What am I looking for you to do? If Cal Raleigh's hitting 288 right now, does that change your mind? And if Judge is hitting 298, does that change your mind? I don't think batting average should change your mind. I don't want the big dumper hitting 290 and clogging up the base paths. I want him controlling a running game, controlling my pitching staff, and hitting extra base hits and driving in runs. So his batting average for me is not supremely important. So I want to just dive in on last night. So those are the numbers offensively that I think I would be focusing on. And then it's the beauty with which he did it. My man Gordon's never going to throw this pitch again to him. I know that. 3 heaters in a row, and the last one's middle cut. And it's not only hit, it's clipped to parts unknown in T-Mobile. I mean, they walked up and got those seats 5 minutes before the game, got nachos, and next thing you know, Cal Raleigh's hitting one in the seats. Run this back for me.
They really did. They sold 6,000 tickets right before the game. Think about that.
And they both do things from an offensive standpoint fundamentally that I love. Judge more lower half base, Cal Raleigh more upper half base. still head. Watch this real quick. Slow click this. Pause. He is in such a great position to hit. It's such a simple move to drive the baseball. His head hasn't moved. But now I just want you to focus on his bottom hand. There's no real reach, no sliding of the hips. The bottom hand's directly to the baseball. Ball gets in the way of a great swing. Run this. Just absolutely killed. Then he comes up for his second at bat last night. And the whole place, listen. And you don't roll over to second base. You don't pop up. You don't punch out. You do something no catcher's ever done in the history of the sport and hit your 60th homer and lead them to a division title. And if anybody stayed and watched the postgame, the entire team was watching him do his postgame. Like, this guy right here carried us all the way to this division title. Now, bring up Judge's homers last night. Because I think when the dust settles, and I don't want to catch you guys off guard here in edit. Pause this for me. Can we bring up the last board? I was going to bring up just how crazy good Judge is going to be in his first couple years of his career. We're looking at an iconic hitter. We're not just looking at really good player, right? Highest weighted runs created plus through age 33 season modern era. Look at where he is on this list and look at the names on his list. So they talk about the small table in the Hall of Fame, like the Willie Mays, the Hank Aarons. There's Hall of Famers and there's small table Hall of Famers. He's going to be a small table Hall of Famer, right? He's going to be with the big boys. 177. Let's get in. I know we're getting heavy, but I love this conversation. And he goes oppo against the White Sox twice last night to hit his 51st. 50th and 51st. And he's the best hitter in the game. And no one controls the zone better. And now that the ABS challenge system is in, by the way, Yankees, no one's allowed to use it but him. Because more balls get called on him down in the zone. He is going to even have bigger numbers next year when he brings the challenge system into it. But the ability to drive the ball up the middle the other way, the ability to do this with the heaviness of the pinstripes on top of him all the time. He carries this team. It goes through him and him alone. I know Stanton, I got it with everybody. He's the one. Run this. Watch the lower half. Pause. Look at how he has coiled up on this leg. This is just a kick. I mean, this is along for the ride. Once this lands, boom, catapult, come off that back hip. Turn. Oh my. And he's 6'7". So he's like Magic Johnson. Remember when Magic Johnson became the first point guard that was like 6'7", 6'8", and blew everyone away? The fact that he's able to play the game as athletically as he does at 6'7" is mind-blowing. Notable accomplishments this season for both. Cal Raleigh, 7th player with 60-plus homers in a single season. Most homers, switch hitter in a career. Primary catcher, most homers ever. 4th player, 450-plus seasons. 13-point lead for the AL batting title. Would become the 3rd player to record 50-plus bombs and win a batting title. Jimmy Fox, Mickey Mantle. Give me what they do in high leverage. How do they handle a moment? High leverage, they're equal. Scoring position, equal. Scoring position 2 out, equal. Close and late, equal.
So?
Give me another one. So, I'm going to ask you guys real quick. Pause this. What do you think?
Robert?
I go back to Cal Raleigh's 248 innings more of being in the field as the tiebreaker for me. But I am not opposed if Judge
got
wins
it. If Judge wins this, if Cal Raleigh wins this,
they're both
deserve
worthy.
it.
If you want to make it co-MVP, I could see that.
For me, I will pick an MVP. I will not feel great about it. Both so deserving. Judge is the most valuable hitter. We're desensitized to his greatness. Michael Kay said last night on the broadcast, tied Babe Ruth, right? I said, say that again. Cal Raleigh is the most valuable player. You talk to his pitchers, the intricacy with which he studies every single batter. He's not even he can't even be consumed fully with the hitting. It is the year of Cal Raleigh. It is the half decade of Aaron Judge. It's both.
Yeah.
When the dust settles, Aaron Judge goes down as one of the greatest hitters of all time. But 2025, for me, the MVP and what I value and the moments throughout the course of the season, I am not going to let batting average skew my judgment. Running a pitching staff, showing up every day, having to be selfless, this comes first. This comes first. And then add in throwing out runners, framing, nicks and bruises the entire year, 120 times, posting in heat, taking balls off the face. There's moments in my career where you're standing at second base or shortstop. You don't get to play the entire game. He's involved in everything. Nicks and bruises, 60 bombs. If I had a vote today, now if Judge goes out for the last 4 games and hits 8 more home runs and does something just crazy good and they win the division, I get it. But I'm leaning Raleigh right now. I'm sorry. It's the totality of what I value is too much.
The beneficiaries is us, the fans. That was awesome,
Yeah,
DeRo.
both
4 more games
worthy
to go.
candidates
Yes.
for sure.